Alexander Ising, CEO, co-founder of Livello.
That's me.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Most Americans think the only grab and go autonomous retail solution is Amazon Go.
Oh yeah. I mean, they did get the best press and the most awareness in the market. So they did, and they did a great job. I mean, they spent billions in research and development, and they had a great solution in the beginning. But the problem was, on the one side, many retailers, especially here in Germany, they wouldn't adopt the technology of Amazon Go because they see them as a competitor. And on the other side, the cost of the technology was very high. So to get a return on investment for selling food or other groceries in a supermarket or grocery store, you would have to. The technology was basically too expensive to get a return on investment.
What are your thoughts on the total addressable market for autonomous retail? Do you think it's still nascent? Or are people saying it's a major component of our omnichannel offering?
Yeah. So, I mean, since Amazon Go, you've heard a lot of press and different opinions, but things, I think, were very slow. Like, companies were slowly adopting this technology. So for a very long time, you wouldn't have really thought that this would be a big future component. But especially since Corona or post-Corona now, every single day I look into the newspaper or read something or get on my feed, I see a new store opening somewhere, and there are multiple providers of this technology now. So I'm very convinced, especially now with seeing all this, that it's going to be a huge component and factor of the future market. The whole checkout process, I don't understand. It's the most unnecessary thing, to wait in lines, to take all the products you picked up in the store, put them on a conveyor belt, grab your cash. It's so complicated that I think the whole checkout process, at least that process, is going to be mostly automated in the next 10 years. And then you have the special case where you say, we have areas and locations where it's not feasible to have, or viable, or economically whatever, to have people working the whole day because there are not enough customers coming in. And in those areas, we provide that. So we have 24-hour stores in more outside city areas and more in the countryside, because there are no other grocery stores there. So especially there, having a automated checkout solution is really important, because otherwise it wouldn't be feasible to open a store there, because the personnel cost would be so high.
What's most popular?
Yeah, so the most popular product we're selling, almost 80% of our sales, is what you see behind me: the single fridge, double fridge, or the connected kitchen, where it's an automated checkout solution to sell fresh food anywhere. And these are mostly set up in companies as an employee food solution, but there are also more and more locations where you have hotels in semi-public or public locations. We're doing gas stations now. We're doing different kind of traffic stations, train stations. So more towards the public area, also hospitals, schools. So yeah, it's definitely becoming more mass market adopted. Our vision is to bring fresh food to anyone, anywhere, at any time through our technology. In the beginning, we wanted to do this through our own food.
I do like your mission. I think that's a very big idea, and I think it's one the world needs. And I hope that's still your guiding light.
We provide the technology to do it, and we have operators and different companies that are providing our system. We tell them how to do this, where to get this food, how to treat this food, how to manage it. And the good thing is, because most of our things in the products in the market are fridges, these are perfect for healthy, fresh, nutritious food, right? If you just want to sell Snickers, Coca-Cola, cigarettes, or whatever, you get a regular vending machine, right? But if you want to offer something healthy, fresh, something high quality, right, you get fridges. That makes the most sense. It's the best product market fit for these products, basically. What we do is, our white label clients, maybe retailers, big catering companies, facility managers, they ask us to implement their solutions.
Is it safe to say, without diminishing the reach and scope of this is really next generation vending machines?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was always afraid of the word vending, because I was thinking, I don't want to identify with vending, because what we're doing is fresh food. It's modern. It's not nothing falls on the floor and you have to pick it up from the ground, and you don't kick against the vending machine when something is stuck. So, but to be honest, yeah, this is vending. And the funny thing is about the whole industry is we have a complete like a, how do you say, a transition period where everything is blending into one another. So vending is becoming retail is becoming vending, and also catering. So the whole restaurant business is also kind of in the mix. So there's a huge kind of, how do you say, is a transfusion, I don't know, of a new industry that's being born. And so we currently see that this is a great new opportunity for current vending operators, but also retailers and catering companies, because they can easily open a completely new distribution channel now.
That's why I asked cautiously, because clearly it's not, your grandmother's vending machine.
Like, we don't trust vending machines to give us high quality food or salads because they're not that sexy. But if we reinvent the vending machines and make it a pleasant, frictionless, seamless, cool experience, then you can sell all kinds of stuff in there. And that's also, yeah, the reason what we're doing, and we're kind of disrupting the traditional vending technologies.
And I like what you're saying, that a new industry is being born. And that is very true. And the late adopters will definitely lose out. And what you're describing is a blurring of the lines of the types of selling environments that all forms of business are engaging in. I personally would want these everywhere. I think that the convenience and the autonomous alone really open up everywhere.
We just mentioned that there's a blurring of the lines, but it's also an empowerment to a completely new industry. My bet is that there's a new retail channel being established right now, and it's the direct consumer at hand on demand market, where the store is now in the building where the customer is located at the point of consumption. Either it might be their work building, their gym, the office, I mean the place where they spend their free time. It could be their living environment, if it's a multi-family house or something like that. Wherever people are, I think retail is going to move closer and closer to the point of consumption. And these new channels are still, I would say, the last untapped channel in retail, the only one that is not yet consumed or overtaken by big retailers. And I think there's a huge opportunity here also for smaller businesses and local businesses, because they are very close to the consumer. They can listen to them, they can find out what they want, and they can run these small stores pretty well and easily, because the big retailers, nobody can really compete with the big retailers anymore. So there is a new opportunity happening now for a new market very close to consumers. And I think many smaller and local business owners will actually go into this market and establish themselves there.
Let's get into the technology a little bit.
The future definitely belongs to automatic detection. So there's no additional work step required for an operator that they have to tag products or something. So so weight sensors is a big thing, and there's some new technologies also coming. And of course, computer vision is really important. We have patents on a few new technologies that we built. Actually, most of our technology is using gravity and weight sensors and pressure mats, and we use a specific 3D kind of format where we can detect not just the position and the weight of products, but also its complete history of movements, if something moved back to the front, to the side. So you can actually have a unique identification of a product just based on its weight. So this is something we work with a lot. We've parted ways with RFID mostly in the last couple of years, especially in the food sector, because for most of our clients, RFID is simply too expensive and too much work. The tags, I mean, there was always a promise that the RFID tag would only cost 1 cent at some point, but right now the costs are more or less increasing again. And also the amount of work of tagging every single product, having a digital twin of every single product, is still a lot of manual labor that many companies don't want to do. We use the computer vision a lot for example, for analyzing customer behavior, for seeing how many people walk past the fridges, how many people stop and look at the products, what are they interested in, what is the conversion rate, what are the demographics. So this is actually a really good use case, because doesn't change so much. People, once you detect people and you understand how that works, that's pretty universal.
Just to be clear, with your system, are you scanning the barcode to check out, or it's automatic?
It's completely automatic. So we wouldn't offer anything where either the replenisher has to enter anything, like the amount of products he's replenishing. So the whole replenishment process needs, and with us, always has to be completely automated. And of course, the checkout process has to be automated, that the customer just holds their card or logs in with their app or has some kind of form of identification. Once they take their products in real time, they get the information what product they took, what the pricing is. They can get promotions. For example, if they take different products, they could say, hey, you can get a combo deal if you take one more product. So all this information is live. And of course, there's no barcode or scanning or anything. That the entire process is basically automated.
There is a planogram and you have to follow it. Like the store sets it up.
Our like theft and error rate is currently under 0.01%. And that's it's enough. We don't need to increase our security and everything right now, because it would just make things more difficult and expensive for clients. And then on the other side, you have a supermarket where you have a 7% theft rate, because people go in there, and even though you have hundreds of cameras in the stores, people basically can tuck anything away and disappear, and you don't even know who it was. So we are already like at a point where we're making shopping a lot safer and easier, and also reducing the amount of crime, you could say. Completely unmanned. Small stores are accessible to the public, so only once a day a person goes in there to replenish everything. And these stores, basically, you can access them by holding your card or using your app. So once you have this, even though, like, for example, credit card is anonymous, but you can still figure out who this person was, in case there is like criminal activity happening or something wild is going on. You can still track back who this person was. It's sort of like a license plate. So whoever enters these stores, they do give a unique ID of some sort, and they can buy whatever they want in the store. And when leaving, they basically and automatically get charged what they took out. And of course, if somebody uses the app, it's even safer, because you have more information about this client already. And you can also, in case you can also block a user in case something goes wrong.
I think it's wonderful. I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.